guys, Rise here with another SC2 beta commentary. This time, going to be doing a ZVP on, I think this is Desert Oasis. I don't remember actually, but we got iNcontroL once again, the Protoss player at the top, the red Protoss player going up against Harrydg. Now you know iNcontroL is typically top 5 or so in his Platinum division. I believe it's division 7, maybe something like that. And this is Harrydg, who is also around the 2 to 3 range usually in his Platinum division, which may also be 7, by the way. I don't remember the exact division, but either way, this is some top 2 players, both obviously North American players, but I gotta say, I got a couple of Euro replays coming up. Actually, one of, I think, Ominous versus Tarson is going to be the next one I do. And the next thing I want to actually do, I gotta get some ZVTs in. I realized I'm a little light on ZVTs. Well, let's go to faster before I forget. Alright, I remembered kind of quickly this time, so you can't yell too much, right? Well, you can, but hopefully you don't. So, alright, we'll have to see what these players do. Now, I don't really know too much about Harrydg, other than the fact that he's top 1 or 2, but we know a lot about iNcontroL at this point. Very good Protoss player. Playing in the SC2 tournament, the Hello Goodbye tournament that's on TL right now. I think he's in the the round of, I guess he's up to, he just finished the round of 64, so I guess that means he's in the round of 32. We'll have to see if he makes it through there. I definitely have a lot of confidence in him making it because we know he's such a good player. But, you know, only one person can win the tournament, so you never know. But hopefully he does well. I don't know if Harrydg's in it, though. He may or may not be. We'd have to go check that out, but not too big of a deal right now. I wanted to give a quick shout-out to SC2 Strategies, and that's his YouTube account name. And that guy has come up with a really cool Zerg ability that nobody has tried yet that I know of. So go check out his account. I'm going to put a link to the side in the description bar, and you'll see why. I'll give you a quick overview. It has something to do with Nidus Canal, mining out high yields. Yeah, very, very intelligent use, clever use especially, of a Nidus Canal for mining minerals versus what we typically see it for, which is to attack people. And the interesting thing about Nidus Canals is you can rally both. If you have a Nidus Canal right here, you can rally it from to the hatchery, and on the other end, say you're at a high yield, say, or an island even, you can actually rally it from the Nidus to a mineral field. Now, the interesting, really interesting thing is a lot of high yields have rocks right there, so you can't mine there, but there's no restriction on how close a Nidus Canal can be to minerals, so you can actually put it right next to them, even though there's a rock here, and that's like free, well, not free, you gotta get the tech, obviously, to get a Nidus Canal, but it's very easy to just pop one out right over in the high yield area without ever breaking down the destructible rocks, and he shows exactly how he does that in his video. So again, go check him out, SC2 Strategies YouTube account, and again, I got a link over there in the description bar. So other than that, I don't think I have any more shout-outs to do, so we'll just have to wait for some action to happen in this game. Obviously, Harry doing a good job of spreading out his overlords to scout. Now, one of the things that you got to make sure you do with your overlords is you do not leave them in your opponent's base, because one of the things that I've noticed in Starcraft 2 is how much quicker you lose an overlord. Now, against a Zerg player, obviously you have to watch out for the Queen, which has a very good range for his ranged attack, a range of 7, and it does some decent damage, 9 damage. So in ZVZ, you no longer have the overlords floating overhead all game long. It's until spires come out, and honestly, it's one of those things where you're lucky to see much more past the spawning pool. And then with Protoss, I mean, very popular to get out a Sentry or a Stalker very early. And look at this, iNcontroL actually going for the Stargate. He's going for the Void Ray rush, and kind of an interesting rush. But look at this, a Spire coming out from Harrydg. I don't even see it. Where is the Spire? Does anyone? Oh, there. It's such a little thing to notice, but as they first start out, and it takes a long time to get a Spire, by the way. So that's what we're going to be seeing from Harry. This is going to be an interesting match, actually, because Void Rays. You know, I've seen this rush a few times, but I've not always seen the random counter of Mutas versus Void Rays, and I do think Muta are a good counter to Void Rays because you pop so many out at the same time, and Void Rays, their ability is basically, you know, it attacks. And it's got a bonus to armored, right? Damage bonus to armored. And the thing is, as every second that they attack, their attack gets stronger. And obviously, see, it starts out at 2. I don't remember where it ends up, but it starts doing a lot more damage over time. which is why they're so powerful. You'll see people taking out like hatcheries real quick out of nowhere. Zerglings hiding. It looks like they're going to be prepped for a counterattack should these Zealots and Sentry move out, but I don't think that's going to be the case. Looks like at the same time he's teching up, you got a Twilight Council going down. Warp Gate tech coming in. I think we're going to see Templar, maybe DTs, I don't know. The Void Ray's heading out, though. So basically, the object of this is if the player goes, say, Roaches or something like that, and again, Void Rays are good against Roaches because of bonus to plus damage bonus to Armored. But look at this. Look at him take the Queen out. And they can attack while moving, which is also very awesome. And now that Queen is, he's off the creep, so he can't even run away very quickly. And it looks like they're going to take out the Queen. And you just see see how powerful they can be. But now with the Muta out, he may lose one, if not both. It looks like he's going to turn around and try to focus. And but look, he starts doing damage over time quicker. But that's why Muta are so much better, because they can micro out a little bit. And by having to switch targets, it's one of those things where they're just not nearly as effective. So I don't think we'll see any more Void Rays. It looks like he is going to start going Phoenix. And Phoenix is a good counter to Muta. Now, Stalker Sentry, also very good, especially in low numbers. But now we're just going to see Mutaling coming in the base. He's going to just straight up attack. And he's got a couple of force fields down on the ground, but the Muta going to be able to just get around this no problem, because obviously force fields only attack the ground. Going to focus on, the Zealots locked in from the force field and locked away from the battle, and this attack actually going to be very, very good. Looks like that Phoenix about to pop out. He's going to have 3 Muta attacking it, though, and he's got a 4th Muta out. And it looks like he's not focusing, so these Muta going to be cleaned up by iNcontroL. Very nicely done by iNcontroL. Going to be able to take out all but 2 that are very weak. And the thing about Zerg units is they don't actually, if we go back to, look how fast a shield regens for Protoss, right? Now the mechanic is different for a Zerg player. If we look how slowly it starts to regen, a big difference. Take a quick look at the units lost counter, and we see that overall, in resource-wise, even though he lost less units, iNcontroL came out very behind there. Well, not very. He came out behind by 200 minerals, or 2. We don't know what that is. That's actually both minerals and gas added together. So it's not actually a great picture shown. I'd like to see if they split this, to be honest. And Muta not exactly rallied to the right point, coming in, getting a little hurt, but it looks like he's going to be able to get a couple of free buildings here as iNcontroL tries to get some better positioning. Now iNcontroL going to come out and engage, but these Muta not really doing a very good job, actually. I was going to say doing a good job of taking out this building, but unfortunately for him, it sucks because he only took out the shield, and we see how fast that the shield regens, so not going to be a very successful attack at all at this point. Now iNcontroL starting to come out ahead, but Harrydg's got this new hatchery up and a Queen dedicated to it, and so he's going to be able to pump out a lot of larvae over there. So he's got 2 queens, 2 hatcheries. That means a total of 7 larvae over 40 seconds. Maybe it's actually 8 or 9, depending on how fast the hatchery actually makes its own larva, and denying a expansion from iNcontroL. So Harrydg doing a good job of keeping iNcontroL back on his toes, or I guess his heels. And iNcontroL having a tough time. I mean, really, basically at this point, he's not in danger of being mined out yet, but he's certainly got to start taking control of the map. He's locked in his base. You can see Harrydg's just got good map presence. He's got overlords where he needs to be. He's got good mobility units in the Muta, and so he's got a good positioning advantage and mobility advantage as he bounces back and forth, attacking left and right. He's going to try to take out some mineral, some of the probes mining gas, and at the same time attacking in the front with Zerglings, just enough to distract and hopefully get a couple of kills. If we were to go to the army count, we can see that iNcontroL is actually ahead. But again, he's behind on the income tab, I would imagine. Yeah, as Harrydg with this Queen here, especially able to just pump out drones, getting another couple of gas up, and that's where iNcontrol's lacking. And Protoss, almost every unit other than Zealots costs a lot in gas. I mean, Sentries are 100, Stalkers I believe are 50, and actually I could check that so I don't sound like an idiot. Yeah, Stalkers are 50, and versus Zerg, where he can make a lot of lings that are very cost effective, and his Muta of course are expensive, being I think they're 100. And now he's going Hydras. All right, so we're going to see a little bit of tech switch here, but a Muta Hydra ling. This is kind of an interesting build, but look at this, iNcontroL definitely doing a good job. These Hydras moving very slowly, and getting picked up by these Phoenixes. That's a brilliant use of the Phoenix ability to pick units up. I love using that. Certainly very good against anything like roaches, hydras. Yeah, I think you can even pick up like the ultras and ridiculous size units like that. Or I could be wrong. I've never actually picked up an ultra. And I like how it shows like a status of your unit. It's like, hey, your unit's getting owned by the gravity beam. And now Phoenix doing a good job of distracting, taking out Muta, while iNcontroL able to attack in the front. However, his units are a little split up, but I think he's got the unit advantage here. It looks like, in terms of production, a lot more Hydras coming out. The Hydra's going to be a very good unit to go up against this, and the Phoenix are attacking the Overlord,